another Looney Tunes commentary. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing as it helps out the channel, and give this video a like if you do like it. So this is a commentary for A Coy Decoy, released in 1941. It's the 328th in the series, and it's directed by Bob Clampett. You can find this on the Porky Pig 101 DVD set. I believe it's also in the public domain. And with me today are my good friends Austin Kelly and Blue Genocide. Say hi, guys.
Hiya.
Just 1 second. I will greet you guys in a second. Okay, here we go. Look at all these books that I haven't read yet.
and
had
it's
that.
all done. Yeah, it's amazing. Similar to the technique in You Ought to Be in Pictures, isn't it? Just have one photo and just pan past it. Wow.
Really well done.
It's amazing. And I like how in front of that cabin, which I don't want to say the name because of what happened to my other commentary, it's got the FHA sign in front of it. A little joke there. Now, this is supposedly starring Porky, but no, we just see him here singing this really funny song, which I actually remembered. I haven't seen this cartoon for probably 25 years, and when I heard him sing that song, I thought, oh, I've seen this before, and I remember, I love it, and yeah, watching here. So now we're going to see a scene that was more or less cut from whenever it would be shown on TV, although for some reason it's in one of the colorized versions. So, and this is why it's not going to be on HBO Max anytime soon. So you can see the Black Beauty book, and we're going to see Daffy ride a mammy character. So I'll leave you guys to draw your own conclusions on what this joke was supposed to represent. Yeah, I can't say this is particularly funny, but thankfully the rest of the cartoon is generally funny, although it does, although there are some offensive terms later on in the draft sheet, as we'll point out. Now, Austin, I noticed when watching this that this Daffy looks different to the Daffy Duck that Bob Clampett would do previously. This looks actually more similar to what was used in You Ought to Be in Pictures, but can you tell us a bit about the design of Daffy here?
Right, yeah. Essentially, after Chuck Jones left the Clampett unit, John Carey, another great Clampett animator, took over Chuck's roles, did character layouts, and he also did model sheets. And he basically took Daffy and kind of tweaked him around and redesigned him in a model sheet. It's all over the internet. You can overlay it here. I just sent it to you. And it looks just like the Daffy here, and especially looks like the Daffy and Carey scenes, which is like, Daffy singing at the beginning. So that's why it looks different. It was just Carey redesigned the duck for this cartoon, and it was just the model, used, for all the other cartoons around the time.
Yeah. And I happen to like this design, and it's funny how this is the first Daffy Duck short of 1941. You'd think, being such a breakout character, sorry, I love this khaki with the eyes, but being such a breakout character, would have used him more often. I mean, so Blue, what do you think of the Daffy design in this one? Do you prefer this one or the earlier Clampett Daffy?
I think this design is great, but I really want to work off the fact that, yeah, it's taken a while for Daffy to reappear, and he's still only been in like half a dozen shorts or so since he was created. And I really think that was because there was some higher up that didn't want them using Daffy too much. It's the only thing that makes sense, because obviously all the studio's directors were getting tired of Porky at this point. And they had this character who gave the audience like a huge reaction. But for some reason, he's only appeared in like, what's it been, 6 shorts or so?
Yeah, I think about 8 at this point. I'll have to count them up, but yeah, that's been one of the surprises in doing this Looney Tunes series. Well, doing it more naughty. I thought, okay, Daffy Duck's in it. He's finally in, and he's not in too many of them. Austin, as far as you're aware, was there any mandate to not use Daffy as much, or what do you think was the reason that they didn't use it often?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, maybe just like, no, I really have no idea.
Well, I mean, it's pure speculation on my part too, but it's just the only thing that makes sense.
And by the way, guys, I love how he's saying it's all skin and bones. How he just pulls up all his just that's a good one to freeze frame on. And I want to point out the army draft we're about to see. If you freeze frame that, you're going to see some terms which you would certainly never ever see these days. and I'm not going to even repeat them. So definitely push pause right here, and you can see for yourself some of the terms used for other minorities. So yeah, there you go.
I have to say though, it's kind of interesting that a draft joke is made considering this is still before the outbreak of World War II in the U.S.
Yeah,
right.
I know the army were preparing themselves. It was like defenses and all that stuff, and that was shown in some earlier shorts of 1941. But yeah, Pearl Harbor hadn't happened at this point just yet.
Well, do you know what that's a reference to?
Yeah, I was going to say, he goes, "Wait a minute, are you following me?" I couldn't tell you.
That gag was done before.
Yeah, my dentist would love this joke with the bridge. Any other notes in this one, Austin? Anything? Any other animes that you can identify, or?
I mean, yeah, I could, but nothing that I see right here. Obviously, this is kind of more of an effects scene. But I will say that I think the public domain status of this one and the fact that people see it so often, kind of like, you have to see it from an unbiased point of view. And I think when you do, it's really a wonderful cartoon.
Okay, I gotta ask real quick, who did this Porky? Because I don't know. It's really jarring how it looks to me. I don't like. It's barely. It's missing some frames, I feel.
It's Norm McCabe, I'm pretty sure. It's got those head tilts, and it's a really nice. Look at the redrawn print; it really screws it up.
Oh, absolutely. And as we finish up on a very bizarre ending, and I mean, if you really think about it, this ending is so bizarre and hilarious. But, oh boy. So, another one off the list, guys. So, yeah, thanks very much for listening, guys. And until next time, take care.
See ya.
See ya.
Boo, whoop.